So, every year after the rush of Thanksgiving, Black Friday shopping, and Cyber Monday comes Giving Tuesday. It is a day to give back.
And this morning, Emma Jade is at Phoenix Children's talking to us about ways to give back that will leave a really lasting impact in our community. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, you two. I know it seems weird to say this because you're at a hospital, but I just love this place so much because it doesn't feel like a hospital. It feels like a place where you're cared for and you're loved. And a really big portion of that is thanks to you at home, donating and supporting this place. I'm going to introduce you to a little girl. Her name is Gemma. She's a patient ambassador. She has a very rare genetic disorder, but because of the programs here at Phoenix Children's Hospital, she's thriving. Here's Colleen Sikora with more.
You've heard of 1 in a million.
She's not lacking in personality whatsoever.
One of a kind.
She's just fun. She loves life. She's a thrill seeker. Any kind of big movements, swinging, going upside down.
4-year-old Gemma.
Gemma was number 13 diagnosed in the world. So not only rare, but then ultra rare.
Diagnosed with TRIT1. Marley Young is her mom.
It's a chromosomal abnormality on her first chromosome, and that affects her mitochondria.
Getting to her diagnosis started at 6 months old when Marley voiced concerns about Gemma's development to their pediatrician, coming to Phoenix Children's to the neuromuscular clinic.
We kind of got baptized by fire, I like to say. About a week or so later, Gemma started having these strange movements.
That would lead them back to Phoenix Children's ER.
Gemma had a video EEG to capture these events. She had genetic testing done, and she had an MRI to look at her brain to see if they could figure out what was going on. She was diagnosed with infantile spasms, which is a really devastating, rare form of epilepsy. And from then on, we kind of started treatment right away.
Over the years,
Being rare and ultra rare, nobody really has the answers for you, so you're kind of paving your own path.
finding help here and comfort too, like through the animal-assisted therapy program.
Gemma had her tonsils out in February, and prior to her surgery, they just laid a sheet on the bed. The dog came and cuddled and gave her like that proprioception, of the actual weight on her body. And so the focus was taken off of the surgery for Gemma and more focused somewhere else, so she wasn't as stressed.
And help for the family through the palliative care program.
I kind of knew some things about her disease category, but I didn't know a whole lot. And so they've kind of taught me not necessarily what to expect, but kind of like a guidebook towards different supports, different services that can help Gemma.
Those programs funded entirely through donations.
Those donations mean the world to families like ours and children like Gemma, and they're vital to our success.
It's Gemma.
Turn the page.
Good job.
Learning now how to communicate with the device.
Look, Gemma, you have to tell me up here. Do you want more kisses?
And her personality.
All done.
Always
We don't know what tomorrow holds.
bringing joy.
I think a lot of medically complex life can kind of be heavy, and you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. But through it all, Gemma smiles and laughs. And so, if she can laugh, then the rest of us can kind of relax and laugh a little bit with her and just enjoy life.
Colleen Sikora, 12 News.
And again, it's thanks to these incredible programs that Gemma is able to thrive. We have Dr. Shaw here. You are in charge of palliative care. And people who might not know what that is, can you kind of give us a little brief, what is that?
Sure. So palliative care is a specialty that works with children like Gemma who have serious or potentially life-limiting conditions. And we help make every day the best day for them by focusing on their symptoms, by helping with things like communication, decision-making around the family's goals of care for their child.
And you guys have a really big team. You have the luxury of having a big team. But it's interesting because you don't just focus in on the patient themselves. You talk about and you look at the entire family. How does that work?
Yeah, so we're really focused on the whole family because when a child has an illness like this or a chronic condition, it affects the whole family. Exactly. So we want to support the whole family and make sure that we're looking at them in a family unit.
You got social workers. What else?
Yeah, so we have social workers, we have mental health therapists, psychologists, we have counselors, we have all the things that you might need to support a family going through this and walking this journey.
Listen, a lot of people think when they go to the hospital, you know, you're there, you see doctors, things like that. But because of programs like what you guys have here, it almost gives them a better way of life.
Yeah, that's our hope. And we're definitely supported by generous donors and who help us fund these programs who can support these children and families throughout their entire life.
Any really fun success stories that just like fuel you?
Gosh, I really enjoy working with families and seeing the impact of our team and seeing them just enjoy every day.
I can't imagine how incredible it must be to get a smile, especially out of the kids who really are looking at a diagnosis or something that's scary.
It can be scary, and I think with the right resources, we can make it less scary. And so that's why it's important to have our team and be there to support the families.
And Giving Tuesday is one of the biggest days for you guys. How important is it for people who are at home watching this for them to get out and donate today?
It is very important. Our programs do not exist without the generous donations of viewers like yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and the best way to do that, best way to give today.
The best way to give today is to follow the instructions that you guys give and get online and give to Phoenix Children's.
Fantastic. All right. And we're going to be here at Phoenix Children's Hospital all morning long with more information for you. It is such an incredible place here, Phoenix Children's Hospital, and you can make such a big difference. With that story with Gemma, again, all of those donations are thanks to you at home.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, and then today it goes triple up to 100,000. Giving Tuesday, right? We all filled up the cards for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Now's our time to give back.
That's so cool. Thanks, Emma.